I just want to talk about a couple of things about building this app. One of them, when I was going through, obviously there's a lot of pull downs through here, so therefore choice seemed to be the logical extension of how to use that. So therefore I was actually, when I first started to build the sheet, I actually just built choice straight away. That was the first one that I did because I knew that I was having a lot of lookups. So when I was doing that, the first thing that I actually did was I wanted to have suburbs. So when I actually went into here to get a suburb coming through, and sorry, I've got to get the district into there first, and then if I grab a suburb, I can get a suburb there, but I can't select that text. I can't get that text at all. So it's quite frustrating. And I'm not a great typer. I do make errors, so it's easier for me to cut and paste. So I found a little tool called textifying. So this one here is my fast keys, a shift plus alt plus middle mouse button, and it lets me select that. There's a really cool little feature here. You can then just go into Wikipedia and it goes and looks that up for you. So it was a very good way of cutting and pasting things into there. So I can come into here and I can just go Control V and there it is. It's sorry, that didn't do that one, did it? It's done that to me a couple of times today. Where are we? I went bare and pause, shift out and right hand click onto there, and then I didn't go copy. And now if I come into here and I go paste, then we're fine. It'll be the right one there. That's what we're doing. So that's what that was. This is the program that I use. It's a free bit of software. You can choose your buttons. I've got shift plus alt plus middle mouse buttons. You can order them around for yourself. But it's a handy little one if you're going onto a website and they've locked something off. You can, another way of going onto the website is to actually go into developer mode and go into the web console and go and see if you can try and grab some, oh no, not the web console, the inspector, and see if you can grab some of the data. And sometimes it comes through and then sometimes it doesn't come through, but it depends. This is actually reading to a database, and so you might not be able to do that. So sometimes this is a method of actually doing it. So be aware that there is a couple of alternatives for some of those things. So this is actually just doing a query. So it's doing a query pretty much from, it's doing a residential, it's then saying it's a sale and not a rental. It's then saying feature by feature. So it's saying filter in this structure. Oops, there it goes. Does something weird. Not interested in that. And then it's got all of these codes that it suddenly links together to make up the query that he wants, and that is an error. So I've got to go back onto my sheet and just see what's happened to that input through there. That's on there, yeah? That's fine. And then if I switch that on, that comes through correctly. So that should be working fine. So if I've got that one, filter by that and go press for selection apartment, I added a couple more on. I ended up adding regions and districts into the thing just so it can be a bit more filterable. So I'm just filtering, I'm generalizing as much as possible, and I've got the best match and I've got 80 per page. So I've added these other features on there, and that's how I'm just adding them through. In the choice ones there is that at the end I've done a filter. Now I've got a dash here to say nothing, but that might break it, so I might actually have to take that out. But you can test it, and if it doesn't work, then you can suddenly say no. And in fact, that's wrong. I should actually have a VLOOKUP. This is if I see a dash, give a blank page. So that isn't going to work at all. So in fact, at this point in time, I'm just going to cut that and paste it just so that I don't actually have that fault coming in. And then the pages, I actually had to put those different codes in. So it's done the VLOOKUP on here. If it sees that, then goes and puts in that. So in the app now, down the bottom, I've got those as extra choices. And that's still late. I haven't actually updated yet, and I've got the number of pages in the queries that I can actually bring through. So if I'm doing generalized ones like just looking in the region or looking in the district or something like that, I can pull a whole lot of information into a page. I don't have to go through a lot of pagination to do things. So that's some of the things that I'll be doing. Now, the other one that I just wanted to show you quickly was, I'm just going to go onto this notes page to do it, is the way that I built up these ones here. Now, the first thing that I'm just going to do here is that I'm just going to use split. Now, I'm just going to say is equal to split I just want to split this up now, and I'm going to take that, split that by the equal sign there. So it's split it into those, and then I can take that formula. If I double click on there, it will fire it all the way down to the bottom. You'll see there's no equals. Now I'm just going to take that bit of text there. Now I'm going to copy from that cell, and I'm going to paste it special. If I just paste, if I just go Control V, it's trying to paste that formula, and it's doing something confused. So what I've actually got to do is paste special, paste the value, and then it comes through. But I haven't got the equal there, so I'm just going to bang the equal in there. But I've got the numbers, so I'm going to take these, copy these numbers here, and I'm just going to paste them across to here, V. Now those ones, I think, because of the way that it's split, I didn't have to use space special, but we won't do that. But what I can now do now is that I can go is equal to concat. Concat is short for concatenation. It only joins two things together. Now I need that bit of the formula at the beginning, but I need that specific cell. So if you type, select the cell and then type F4, it will make that fixed cell. And then we select the one on the right hand side there, and it will concatenate those two things together. And if we click on there, we then have that, and then we can copy that across and paste it onto somewhere else. And if we paste by special the values will come through. So that's the way that I built up a lot of these ones here, where I ended up with strings. I started off with numbers, and then I had to rebuild them up. So it was, instead of a lot of repetitive typing and cutting and pasting and things like that, you just use that process there that you can start off with, especially when you've got a lot of repetitive numbers coming through. Like rent min and rent max, it was just moving those cells up by one, putting the dollar at the front, doing the things. So you just do the whole lot, you get your structure, and then you just copy across and do that. So that sped things up. Like again, a lot of these I actually just had to do, that's what it looked like on the thing, that's what it actually needs to actually see. So again, you can build all of those up quite quickly. So building up, interrogating and seeing how the structure works. And again, one of the things with the structure for that, with the query string that I was using there, I did initially have it preset at 20 pages. Then I decided to add so that you could go to best match, or you could choose your filtering, which is this. So this is where you explore your information and what you can do with your buttons. You know, another one that we could actually have is, you see, if we put a keyword in here, rabbit, that will really confuse it. Oh, no, not let me type in there. Oh, it's busy. If we just go to another one and we go into here and we just say pool or fence and go search, when we look at this, you see there's an and K equals. So therefore we could actually add that as another search on top if we wanted to do another bit of filtering. So we didn't bother with anything at all. All we actually wanted was Wellington, and we don't care of the property type at all. All we want is a swimming pool, and we're prepared to pay 1.8 mil. And it'll go through and try and find anything with that keyword in there. That's got a lake. So we can add that. So that could end up being on our string here. We could add another cell, so we could actually have another item along here, which would be insert one left, and we can have keywords through there, and in here we can actually have look up for the keyword, and that could be we just do that, so is equal to that. We could actually put if no, well, that one's not blank, is blank. I think it's is blank. if is blank, and then that cell. So if that is blank, then put nothing, else put and K equals there plus N2. 2, 2, 2. Close brackets. So we can now text that out because we've now got that into there. We go back into the thing with add new columns and go, yeah, baby. And in the keyword, we will need some text. Text field? Text field. And the text field is keyword. Search, and we can put that through into there, and so we've got that one there, and it's a text. We put it at the bottom, and we just go pool, and we'll go we turn that off, and we'll leave that as name. Let's just see what we get. And so by best match, it's not come through there, so we've got to go through to there, reload the page. We have got that in there. Screens, baby. It is in there. Cool. So that's in there. What's that? We don't want that simple value. Go away. I don't want you. I said no want. Okay, and then we go press for selection. Still not coming through there. Oh no, the reason it's not coming through, of course, is because we haven't put it in our thing. So that comes through. Let's just look at the query string through there, and that one's pool. I should put fence. It's coming through sale by best match and K. So it's after best match. So real estate. Oh, that's broken. Maybe that should be and. There we go. So the URL is looking for filter by, which is L. No, it's not L. AA. And then it's going and AC. AC2 and. Now let's try that one. So it's got best match and pool and. So that should do it. And presumably it comes through. Anyway, thank you very much for watching that. I hope that's been of interest to you. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Otherwise,